Moo everyone and welcome to Moo Shapes. So essentially I was building a park and I ran into a little bit of an inspiration block and I thought, you know what, let's do this park on the side with no real plan in mind. Just I'm gonna decorate everything with giant art shapes. That's all. And just letting inspiration flow free, kind of when you just doodle or something. And I just kept going, and it became an entire mini park. So this was made at as a challenge park on hardest difficulty, um, and there really was no plan in mind at all, other than I'll be making giant shapes. That's it. By the way, this sequence fountain is available on the workshop. The park is also available on the workshop. Link in the description for my workshop items. I start with this first roller coaster over here, which is called Outside the Box. Name came from a fellow viewer. Thank you for the name. I'm terrible with names, by the way. So the idea of this is that was the first roller coaster built, because when you just start on challenge, you don't have access to a lot of stuff in the research. In fact, if I look at the research here, as you can see, I don't have the full list. I didn't do everything in the research. I just stopped when I was like, alright, that should be good for the entire mini park. So that was the first roller coaster built, but also you'll notice that there's only 3 cars in each train. So normally these trains have 4 cars long, and I figured, you know what, let's experiment with smaller trains. And I was also trying to make it smooth from the seat view. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I'm gonna rail over here. So let's have a little ride here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. By the way, yeah, that was the first coaster built, but I also, once I had more money, I extended the tracks. Forgot to mention that. Shouldn't be long. There's a minimum timer on the launch. Come on. There we go. That was fun. Oh, by the way, because it's working economy, everything has green stats. Of course, the G-forces are within a regular range limit, and the whole thing is making a ton of money. It's very important to make money when you're playing with a working economy. But as you can see, like this is the hardest difficulty, and I'm just making infinite money at this point. So once you get it working, it's just gonna keep going forever. So these are actually custom lamps. The simplest lamps I've ever made. It's only 2 pieces. One is the shape, one is the lamp inside. It's the same lamp I use throughout the entire park. Since it's nighttime, let's go to the red section. So red section is the spooky section. It's also more like pink. I made like these pretty cool art shape here and there. I'm not gonna show you every ride. You can see the monorail there. Monorail, by the way, also it serves as a transport ride, but it's mostly just to look at the scenery. Like it's mostly for the view because it moves very slowly. So yeah, this is the coaster of this section. It is called Wings of Rage. It is a very short roller coaster. I believe it is 40-second long. Yeah, 40-second long. And it doesn't have as good as stats. Therefore, it also makes a little bit less money. But I built it for the experience. I'm gonna fast forward this one because there's never a lot of people coming here. Like, I built it for myself, for the experience. There we go, alright. It's short, it's fun. Honestly, if this was in a real park, it would be always full, always. Something that's pretty cool to note is that this is the most complex shape in the entire park. I think it costs like 1100 to build or something. Yeah, it's pricey. It's very pricey. And also from the station itself, you can actually see the entire area and the entire coaster right in front of you. Only one little spot is actually behind here. Really, really cool view. Would definitely be something like I could see people in real life be like, oh my god, I want to ride this ride over and over, you know? Going back to the blue section so that we can go to the green section. Monorail again. It's pretty cool, right? The monorail goes through the station. I really like that. Through the entrance, I mean. This is the monorail station. There's a cool little work of art here, all made of triangles. I really like it. But yeah, the reason why we're here is to go to the green section. Now the green section is the kids section. Everything here is rides that I would have like, I did this when I was a kid many times. There's one at my theme park, and I would love these things. And this, surprisingly, I actually enjoy carousels as an adult, but not as a kid. When I was a kid, I found it was boring. As an adult, I feel like there's some retro value to it. I don't know. It feels like an antique, right? And it's pretty. I don't know. It's just fun. Just fun. So the entire area is full of flowers, as you can tell, and it's sort of you know, you have to go down to the rides, like this one as well, here. And so, to me, it feels a little bit like a secret garden, kind of. You feel enclosed, surrounded. It's all cozy and beautiful. That's how I feel when I see this area. And I'm just comfy in here. So yeah, let's do the dragon, which is actually kid-friendly stat-wise. The fortune dragon, and it's surprisingly my most popular ride. That's because there is a market for boring-ish rides in the game, especially for families, you know, kids. Um, but yeah, you know, as you can see from the G-forces, it's very chilled. You have a little bit of a vertical, but that's it, and it's gonna swing to the side at some point. You gotta have something interesting, right? But there's no, you're not gonna be thrown out of your seat or things like that. So it's all very chill and actually kid-friendly. So let's ride this thing. Let's choose a good seat. Usually car number 3 is good. We got kids, so let's go to car number 4. There we go. Never ride with kids. Never ride with kids in this game. They made all the kids hyperactive for no reason. I've never seen kids act like that. Like in real life, I mean. So as you can see, there is definitely, like, it's a kid-friendly ride, but it's still actually fun. I would actually enjoy that in real life, you know? And the last section is the orange section. It is a volcano crater. If I zoom out here, you can see it, like, all enclosed in some kind of volcano-ish thingy. With a little lump in the middle. You see that sometimes in volcanoes. Depends on how it was formed and everything. So the big thing about this section is that it's just 3 coasters. That's it. It's 3 fully synchronized coasters. I actually made a separate video for these coasters because of how long and complex it is. So I'm not gonna ride all 3 of them, but I will ride one of them. Let's ride the middle one, the orange one. So they're called the Sweet Corner Coasters. If you want to see the whole thing, yeah, I have like a video which is specifically Sweet Corner Coasters point of view. So it's this one right here. That's the orange one. And I think they are leaving without us, so I'm gonna pause here. Are you leaving without us? Yes. Okay, cool. So let's just ride right away. Not too far ahead. This was suspended coasters. Now we missed the interaction with all three of them because the orange, not the grape rush was broken down just now. And also at nighttime we can't see as well, but go check it out in my other video. It's gonna be worth your time. Definitely. It's like 3 minutes long. And yeah, so it's three coasters. They all launch at the same time. They all go to their station at the same time, and they have three specific interactions where one coaster slows down to have a view of the other two coasters doing something cool, like crisscrossing in front of you, something like that. And they also go in the tunnel at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but on the same track. Here, let's just do a quick overview since they're all fixed now. The twist here is pretty cool. Then they come back into it. See, track merges here. And then it splits again on the other side here. Something that you may have noticed is we were in a tunnel. That tunnel is actually right here underwater. So, yeah, pretty cool view from inside the tunnel, which you barely see because it goes pretty fast. But if you pay attention, you can notice it. And it's almost at the surface of the water, so that when you're above the water, you can also see it from underneath. But you don't see the orange tint in the glass. Like every glass in every area has the tint of the area. But yeah, if you're underwater in the tunnel and it's daytime, like now you see it, see? Now we can see the orange tint. There we go. So that's pretty much it. It's a very small park, 4 sections, and that was a great way. Like, you know, it was completely improvised, and it was really I feel like it was a good way to clear my mind, get inspiration again, and then after that, I was actually able to work in my other park that I was kind of blocked. I was out of ideas, basically. So, thank you for watching. That was a quick one, right? Usually my videos are like an hour long or something. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Have a moo.